Hey folks, Tuesday was the first night of playoffs on Season 6 of The Voice with performances from Team Blake. The behind-the-scenes brainiacs have changed the format once again. Well, it's not live like it was in past seasons, and there is no public vote. Can't say I'm too crazy about the coaches having more control than they already had because, well, they're all pretty predictable, so it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for surprises, but what can you do? Each coach gets to watch performances from their final 5, and they get to pick 3 to take to the live shows. The first of the night was Audra McLaughlin. She said that she wants to bring back that classic sound like Martina McBride. Wait, what? She ain't classic? Patsy Cline is classic. Loretta Lynn is classic. Martina McBride is modern country. Unless, of course, I'm getting old and just didn't realize it. Anyways, her song choice for the playoffs was Broken Wing by Martina McBride, and during rehearsal, Blake didn't really have much advice for her. He told her to leave out a run or two, but he said that he was just nitpicking because she was so good. And her performance was fine, but I've heard this song done so much better over the years. I kind of thought she oversang it a little bit, and her voice has that kind of whiny quality to it that I think it could get old really quick. I think she might be overcompensating for the fact that she doesn't naturally sound that country, because she had said in her intro that you don't often see country girls from Philly, and well, the quick reason for that is because they don't sound country, and so I think she could have some potential with Blake's guidance, though. I mean, if he could turn Cassidy Pope into a country singer, surely he could do something for her Season 6 twin. Don't she look like Cassidy Pope? Usher said that it was effortless. Shakira believed it. Adam wants her to unleash the beast of a performer that's inside of her, and Blake said that Audra gets better every time she's on stage. Next up is Ryan Whyte Maloney. Quick, raise your hand if you thought there was even the slightest chance that Ryan was going to survive this week. Yeah, I didn't think so either. He could have just sat this one out because nothing he could have done would have been enough to save him. His song choice for the playoffs was Second Chance by Shinedown. He said that he picked it because it came out at a do-or-die time in his life, which sounds a little bit over-dramatic, but maybe not totally untrue since his parents were trying to talk him into joining the army. Anyways, Blake thought it was a risky song choice. He said it could be real bad if he was not rested as a singer. It wasn't real bad, though. It was a pretty solid performance. I don't know if it was a perfect song choice for him, though, because he's got a pretty voice, but you didn't really get to hear the prettiness of his voice with this song. But I kind of liked it. Usher compared him to Adam Levine. I don't know if he was trying to compliment Ryan or diss Adam, because there have been rumors that Adam and Usher actually hate each other, so I don't know what he was going for with that. Shakira said it wasn't perfect, but nothing is. Adam said that overwhelmingly positive things are starting to take over with Ryan's performances, and Blake said that Ryan had just made it that much tougher for him. Translation, you're on your way out the door, and you gave a good performance that he can't justify sending you home with. Next up is Madilyn Paige, Blake's steal from the second round of battles, which of course means that she had the biggest mountain to climb this week since she's new to Blake's team and he had no loyalty to her. I was rooting for her though because she does have a really pretty voice, but as soon as I heard she was going to be singing Clarity, I knew it was all over. Well, Blake said that she could surprise people, and I think that's what she was going for. She thought she could go big and really surprise people. That's not what she needed to do at all. She needed something soft and simple, and this just was not it. She sounded fine for about 70% of it, but it wasn't nearly enough, and poor thing, she looked just terrified. It was like watching Bambi perform for a crowd full of hunters. Her former coach, Usher, said nice things, but I think he kind of hated it. Shakira heard some pocket issues, but she thinks Madilyn has a cool timbre. Adam said that she needs to let go. We knew she was going to be let go before it was all said and done, even though Blake said he didn't know what he was going to do. We did. Next up is the coach's favorite, Jake Worthington. They're trying now to convince us that America adores Jake as much as the coaches do, and I haven't seen much evidence of that just yet. But anyways, his song choice for the playoffs was Anywhere With You, dedicated to his girlfriend, who he says is the only girl that's ever treated him like a skinny guy. Blake was like, oh, I gotta get one of those. Uh-oh, you better watch out, Blake. Miranda's gonna start withholding her favors. Anyways, no, it was a fine performance. The song, though, what with all the double-wide trailers and the hollers in West Virginia, it was a little bit too country for my liking, but he sounded fine, and we knew that all Jake really needed to do this week was not screw up too bad, and he accomplished that, so we knew he was going to be fine. Of course, the coaches ate it up. Shakira said that she can't get technical with a star, and she thinks Jake is a star. Usher asked him how he thought he did, and he said that he was a little shaky at some points and off-pitch at the end, so he thought it was pretty good. Adam said that he's destined for greatness, and Blake thanked him for being the real deal. And last up, of course, was Sisaundra Lewis. Biggest no-brainer of the night. We knew she was going to make it if nobody didn't. Her song choice for the playoffs was New York State of Mind. Not the song I would have picked for her, that's for sure, but she says that she picked it because it reminds her of when she lived in New York. I suspect she's been to about every big city in the world, though, seeing as how she was on 5 tours with Celine Dion. But anyways, during rehearsal, Blake told her not to oversing it. I'm not really sure if she followed his advice, though, but I don't think she really needed to. She sang the daylights out of it, just like we all knew she would, but I thought it was kind of her weakest performance yet. Oh, it was still great, but not quite as impressive as the other stuff that she's done. Maybe it was the song. See, that's going to be the biggest problem for her moving forward. She's already done so good that there's not a whole lot of room for improvement there, but she's going to be around for a while. Anybody want to make bets on how long it's going to be before Blake has her singing a Celine Dion song? Probably not very long. Anyways, of course, all the coaches loved it. Usher was blown away. Him and Shakira called her elegant. Adam said that it seemed behind before the first chorus, and Blake said that she makes him have to rethink coaching. He has to coach with his heart instead of his mind. Well, ain't that something? So that was it. The 3 that Blake advanced to the live shows are Sisaundra, Audra, and Jake. I probably would have gone with Sisaundra, Ryan, and Madilyn, but it's no surprise that the country coach held under the country singers. If it had been a public vote, I think Madilyn probably would have made it over either Jake or Audra. Next week is the last week of the playoffs, and apparently somebody is going to crack under the pressure. I wonder who it's going to be. I guess we'll find out next week, but I'm going to put my money on either Delvin or Jake, because Jake hasn't really performed in front of people before, except for a couple of times, so I guess we'll find out. But anyways, leave me a comment and let me know if you think the right people made it, and I'll see you folks next week.